All right, welcome everybody to Treats and Eats with Krista and Jody, although Krista just left the screen.
I'm right here.
There. Wave, hi.
The problem with a live audience is
Yeah.
some
Krista
people don't like it.
started live audience saying, I'm not that cool yet. It's later here, and I don't think I have any friends. So I just cook for you guys. You're my friends. Krista's the popular one. So today we are excited because we base our cooking demos on the monthly specials, and they had right next to each other tomato sauce and mozzarella cheese. So, of course, what does my brain go to? Any guesses? I saw you mouth it. Pizza, right? And I have always, so I've taught preparedness, food storage for years and years. Some of you here probably know me from my blog. And I always said, if I could have pizza in an emergency, then things would be okay. And I still truly believe that. And so, but we can't do a whole show on just pizza. So we're going to do pizzas and pies because it seemed fun and we had some really good ideas. So today we are going to do a variety of different kinds of pizzas and pies. And I have teased what they are, but hopefully you'll still tune in and get some tips and tricks. And we'll try to point out the things that are on sale as we cover them. But one thing I did want to point out that I'm actually, I might try to cook with it, but I don't know if I have any upstairs. Yogurt bites, they have been out forever. They're finally back for a limited time, which there's a whole big story with, like, we couldn't use our distributors for yogurt. Like, they would never send us stuff that we thought we'd ordered 10,000 and they'd send us like one or something. It was some weird thing. Like, it was crazy. And then eventually they ended up just buying the yogurt plant because they couldn't figure out how to recreate the yogurt in the same quality that this company did out in Europe. And so they bought the yogurt plant. And I think hopefully this is a sign of things to come, that we will have more yogurt and more flavors. So I'm super excited about that. I might throw it on my dessert pizza, but I'll see if I can find my yogurt bites because I gotta buy these new ones. Okay, so I'm gonna go start cooking over here. So I'm gonna zoom in, and we have to go in parts because we have stuff that needs to sit for a bit. Oh, I need to turn on my oven. That would be smart to do. Okay, we got the oven. Okay, so the first thing that I am gonna do is, can you guys hear me and see me when I'm back this far? I might move it a tiny bit closer.
You're good.
Okay. You look like so good in close up, but I'm just winging it. So I'm making a couple different things. And one thing I'm gonna make, and you can do pizza, like homemade crust. I have done that a lot of times, but you can also just buy pizza crust. And I bought two little ones, so I'm gonna show you guys two different kinds of pizza today. So we're gonna start with that. Well, that's gonna be the second thing. So the first thing is we're gonna talk about a meal in a jar. So this is the meal in a jar I sent out this month, and it's a pizza casserole. So this one's not officially pizza, it's pizza casserole, but it has all the ingredients of pizza, and it was delicious. If you are gluten-free, you can use a gluten-free pasta. If you're low carb, I guess you could skip the pasta, then it would just be pizza toppings in a jar. So it wouldn't really work. But so this is rotini. It's got onion slices, sausage, both are on sale. And then our tomato sauce in the bottom and rotini. And I put a little baggie of mozzarella cheese in the jar. So it's all self-contained. So all you have to do, it's so easy. I promise, like, you can actually cook dinner in 5 minutes. They're stuck at the bottom. Can you see me? Yes, you can. Okay. So I just put all that in. And then add 2 cups of water. And it's going to cook and hydrate all in the oven. Like I said, it's easy. I love one pot dishes because you don't have to dirty a bunch of stuff. You can cook pasta first and then add it, and it's fine. It's like maybe a little bit better texture. But again, like, I have 7 kids. Life is busy. I work really hard. They're always at soccer. So if I can throw this in like this and go get something else done, or go drive my kid to soccer and not be sitting here dealing with the stove and cooking, then that is gonna be a win all day long in my book. So that's literally all you have to do for the pizza part, the casserole part. And sometimes the tomato sauce can get clumpy. Mine's old, but still good. It was a new can, but it's an old new can. And then while this starts cooking, so I cook it without the cheese first. You can do like, I did 10 minutes and stirred and 10 minutes and stirred. And in the meantime, then this is how, so there's different multiple ways that you can hydrate cheese. I'm going to show you a couple today. So for this one, excuse me, all I did was pour mozzarella cheese on a plate with a paper towel, and I just kind of drizzle over it. You don't want to flood it because you don't want your cheese to be super soggy. But also, if you don't hydrate it and then try to sprinkle it on top of pizza, it does not melt. Don't ask me how I know that, because I promise I did not try that the first time I ever tried to bake pizza in an emergency. I don't know, I thought it would hydrate in the sauce. It did not hydrate in the sauce. So I'm gonna let that sit on this plate. And so while the casserole's cooking, I'm just gonna keep adding a little bit more water to here until all the cheese has pretty much absorbed all the water. So that's one way to do it. It's pretty easy and doesn't require a lot of upkeep with it. So that's my first part. Now the second part I'm going to show you is also because it has to hydrate. So we're going to make actual pizzas. I'm going to show you how to make them, but you have to, again, hydrate your ingredients first, because you don't want like crispy toppings. I mean, maybe you want crispy toppings, but I don't like crispy toppings on my pizza. So the
They
chicken,
actually burn. You put them on dry, they burn quickly in the oven.
yeah, they probably like char, right?
Yes,
So
I've done it many times.
the chicken slices that are on sale are huge. Sometimes you want this, like fajitas, whatever. So I have them, and I like them for some things. They take longer to hydrate. So for today, I'm gonna actually use chicken dices. These are grilled chicken dices. The flavor is good. They're just, I mean, you got a little bitty guy, you got a big guy. So sometimes if I don't have one of these cans open and I have this, but I want them smaller, I'll just break them into pieces. Doesn't matter. You can use whatever you have or whatever's on sale, but I'm gonna go with the dices. So I'm gonna make 2 different pizzas with 2 different sets of toppings. So this is something fun that my kids like to do. So sometimes we'll do individual pizza nights, and I'll actually make dough and make our little individual pizzas, and then we just do them how we want. So sometimes we'll do that. And these ones that I'm making are pretty little. Like my husband would eat that whole thing by itself. This is two crusts in this bag. They're like 8-inch, I think. 8-inch mini crust. So you don't need a ton of toppings. You probably don't want to eat the oxygen absorber. So I'm just gonna sprinkle like a handful of chicken. So I'm gonna make one that's barbecue chicken. And I'm gonna make a sausage one. So barbecue chicken, and I love the onions that are on sale. So you can get popped onions. We used to have dehydrated onions. But these ones, again, like fajitas, for anything where you want like a delicious big onion, they're so good. So I like onions on my barbecue chicken. And I also like pineapple. So we're gonna throw some pineapple on there. It is not on sale, but someday it will be on sale. Or if you bought it last time it was on sale, you can cook with pineapple that was at yesterday's prices instead of today's prices. So I love pineapple, so I'm going to sprinkle a good handful on there. And there you go. So we got our toppings for pizza number 1. And then pizza number 2 is going to be more of a hearty pizza. So we're going to go with some sausage, our freeze-dried sausage crumbles. You can eat these out of the can. They're already cooked, so you just have to get them soft. Mine are sticky because I live in Pennsylvania. A wee bit humid here. So I'm also going to use the onions, because sausage, onions, and peppers. And pepperoni, but we don't have freeze-dried pepperoni. But I might sneak some fresh pepperoni in this because I think that would be delicious. So this is a yummy red sauce, like a tomato sauce, sausage, peppers, onions. It's almost like a deluxe. You could throw mushrooms on there, but I actually don't like mushrooms. Don't tell anybody. They're not my favorite. So I'm gonna pour a little water. And again, so there's different ways to refresh. I'm just trying to be easy. I'm just pouring water in the bowl to cover them. Sometimes and Krista will show you different methods. Sometimes you just add a little and stir it up. Like if you're making chicken salad, you just add water until it's absorbed. But for this, I don't really care because it's gonna get cooked anyways. So I'll just pour the extra water off at the end. So I just make sure they're covered. Just want them to get nice and hydrated. And then we'll come back and put the pizzas together. And the last thing I'm gonna do is the cheese. Sorry, this section's long. All my sections won't be this long. So for the cheese, I'm gonna just pour a bunch in here. When I did this meal in a jar earlier and I used our Monterey Jack, like the spicy one. It's so good. But you can also, so for pizza, I think mozzarella is better. So I'm just putting a bunch in there. And then for this one, I don't want to do too much water because I'm going to tumble. So I don't want my cheese to be goopy because it's kind of hard to put on pizza when it's goopy. So all I do is put some water in this Tupperware. It's not actually Tupperware, it's a Rubbermaid. Some people who sell Tupperware like to correct me about my fake Tupperwares. Then you just tumble it. So I just shake it up and I'll do that and keep adding water until it's all absorbed. And I'm going to do that gradually over the next few minutes while Krista starts her section. And then we'll come back and we'll piece all of this pizza together and pop it in the oven. So now she just left this. Oh, she's back. Okay. Are you ready, Krista? Okay, she's ready. So that's my first part. So
that's for my live audience.
All good. So I got pizza casserole in the oven and all these hydrating, and we're going.
Okay. This segment is probably going to be a little longer for me as well. So I'm going to start all three of my recipes.
Oh,
so
fancy.
Right. All fancy dancy. That's what we do in the kitchen, right? We're all fancy dancy. Okay. So let's start. Okay. So yeah, she talked about, we do all different types of rehydrating, right? And refreshing our vegetables and meat and all the things, right? So I'm going to talk about a few different ways, but I want to just go ahead and get started because I don't want to waste too much time. Okay. So one thing that we are making, I'm doing all the pies. She's doing all the pizzas. Okay. So I'm doing strawberry pie, chocolate silk pie, and shepherd's pie. Okay, so those are the recipes that we're going to do. Can you believe we're doing like 6 recipes in an hour? Like who can do that? Right? We are super women. Superman. That's my that's my, yeah. Okay. So we're going to start with strawberries because the first thing I need to do is make sure that my strawberries are very hydrated. Okay. So this is going to be very technical. Ziploc bag. So what we're going to do is we are going to, first off, let me do this first. I have a little bag. I picked out a little strawberries, right? And I broke them up, but I need powder. I need powder. So I'm going to just stir these, put these in my Ninja really quick. Okay. And let me put this down so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. All right. So I got my strawberries, right? Okay. Got my strawberries. Going to put my strawberries in my Ninja because I need some powder for decorating after the fact because this is fancy cooking, right? 5-minute fancy cooking, right? So I got my Ninja right here. Okay, I got strawberry powder now, right? See that? Let's see. Okay, so there's my strawberry powder. We're gonna put that aside. One thing done. Yay. Second thing, strawberries. We have a can, nice, beautiful can of strawberries. Now this recipe called for a pound of strawberries sliced. Okay, they're already sliced for me, but how do I know what a pound is? Because there's no water in there, so I can't weigh them, right? Well, I'm gonna guess. A lot of people get really nervous when Krista guesses, but it usually turns out really well. but I look at it and I know that they're not going to turn back to its regular size, right? So I'm going to need a little bit more. So I'm literally going to pour my whole can in there because I love strawberries. Anybody here like strawberries? Yeah, good, because there's a lot of pie left. There's a lot of pie going on. And then what I'm going to do to hydrate it is I'm just going to pour some water in here. And again, I'm kind of guessing. I'm kind of trying to see how much is in the bottom, right? And I want to see, I think I need some more because it's not wet enough. I am trying to get everything started hydrating. Okay. So you can see that there's some juice in the bottom, right? That's what I'm looking for. That's the look that I'm looking for. It's a little dry up at the top, so I'm going to put a little bit more. And it doesn't matter because all this nice juice that it's creating is going to be perfect. So I'm just going to kind of swash it around. And I'm using a Ziploc because I can get all the air out of it and it can kind of sit around. See how I'm just mushing it? It's literally, and see, it's already like chunky. There's not a whole lot of juice. So I'm going to add a little bit more. You can always add, you can't always subtract, right? So I added what, 4 times of water, four times of pouring some water in there, right? So we are going to zip this shut. We're going to get all the air out of it. And that's going to be sitting there macerating. Okay. So we're going to put that off to the side. That's done. All right. Next, you probably saw that there's a ladder in my kitchen because MacGyver. So a lot of my stuff is done at the stove. So we're going to bring you over here, do this down so you can see my stove. Is that good? Does that look good, guys? Yeah. Okay, awesome. Good thing I have a studio audience. We're going to start the rest of the pie. Okay. Oh, see, hi. So what we're going to do is we are going to pour, this is 1.5 cups of water. We're going to turn it on. And we've got some sugar going here. I forgot that I'm going to need a whisk. And we are going to start whisking this and having it dissolve. We want to bring this to a boil. It won't take but a couple of minutes. I probably want to do that on the other side, right? Can you see that pretty good? Well, let me switch burners here. We can see it better. Hold on.
I can still see it, kind of. Oh yeah, that's better.
It's better? Yeah, that's probably better. Because you want to see this.
Kim says if you have extra pie filling, what's the harm in that? Yeah, she might kind of want.
Right? Exactly.
I'd just eat it with a spoon.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. All right. 2 cups. Okay. So I am going to, while this is starting to boil, I'm going to start the water for my 3rd recipe or my 2nd recipe. Okay. The shepherd's pie while that goes to boil. That's going to be 2 cups of water, which is right here. We're going to start that going over here. All right. Dueling pots. See who boils first, right? Okay. So while that's coming to a boil, the next thing we're going to do is once this is all dissolved, we're actually going to throw in the cornstarch. This is about a 1/2 cup of cornstarch because we need things to thicken up a bit, right? Now we don't want this to come to a total boil, so I'm going to turn the heat down. And you want no lumps. You can see how white it is, right? We are just going to whisk, whisk, whisk until this starts to get thick.
Was that just water and cornstarch?
Water, sugar, and cornstarch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, these recipes actually 2 of them I found on the internet that I just made thrivealized them, right?
That's the best way to do it.
And then my shepherd's pie recipe came from Jody's cookbook, which I will show you in a minute. So, but that's how versatile this is. So she did a meals in a jar cookbook, right? And but I'm doing it as an actual real casserole, just cooking right out of it. I don't need to make it in a meal jar, but I can if I want to. right?
It's kind of a funny one in a meal in a jar because you have to do 2 separate jars.
It
But
is.
but shepherd's pie can
Right?
be a production, so it's like, well, 2 quick jars or have to make a whole separate meal and boil potatoes and ground beef and everything.
Exactly. Exactly. So this is probably going to take one more minute to do. This is actually comes together really fast. So, and it's kind of cool to watch. So you can still see that, right? Okay, good. Let me get my, get this ready to go. Strawberry Jello.
Mm.
We'll need that. That's ready to go. Oh, see, oh, starting to get thick.
It's like all
Yes.
of a sudden it's thick.
It's like it happens in literally 30 seconds. Can you see the clear thingies in there? The clear parts?
I don't think it zoomed in enough that we can see the details.
You will in a minute. It's starting to get clear and it's starting to get thicker. See how it's getting thicker? Now it's getting clear. Yep. Here we go. Your arm is gonna fall off. Yes, it's gonna fall off. Ugh.
You got a live audience, you should make them help you stir.
Right? Where's my okay. All right. All right. Cool. All right. Woohoo! Yes. All right. See how nice and thick that got?
Oh yeah.
Take it off the heat, but keep it here. And we're gonna start adding our Jello. Hey, Rory, you want to come help? Sure. I'm gonna keep stirring while you pour it in. Okay. Can y'all see that? Yeah. Okay. Keep pouring. Purr like a kitty. Yeah. This is my niece at my side. There we go. All righty. Awesome. Thank you, ma'am. So you want to stir this until it dissolves, until the Jello dissolves, which it doesn't take very long because it's hot. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It smells amazing. All right. So what we're going to do with this now is we are going to switch burners. I left my stove. Okay, I'm going to switch burners. We're going to pour this in a bowl. Come on. Get all that yumminess in there.
That looks pretty.
Switch to a spatula so I can get it all right. All right. Next step is we need to cool this to room temperature. So we're going to put some saran wrap on it and get that going. In the meantime, we are going to do another dish here. Okay, let me go back for actually. Oh no, we should probably do that. Okay, give me 2 seconds here. There we go. This and this. All right. This will be really fast. Okay. So we're going to make shepherd's pie really quick. We are going to take the sausage, freeze-dried sausage, on sale this month. I know it's probably ground beef, but it's on sale. I'm using what I've got, right? We also have green beans and peas on sale. Typically carrots go in shepherd's pie, but I'm going to do green beans, peas, and corn.
You put carrots in shepherd's pie?
Well, a lot of times corn is what you put in yours. Right?
Corn. I put corn in because I don't really like green beans, but green beans is what I feel like, or peas.
Right? Yeah. But my dad does carrots. I don't know why, and we're going to add some onions.
And I've done shepherd's pie with chicken before and it was good too. You can do it with whatever.
Awesome. This is some garlic because we got to have garlic. This is some Italian seasoning. A little bit of beef bouillon from Thrive, not on sale, but available. And the tomato sauce. And okay, normally you could just put this in all in the pan, but I kind of like to mix it all together to have that tomato sauce get in the sausage and the green beans. See how it's kind of coating it? That way every single piece has flavor, right? I mean, it'll have flavor any way you do it, but I'm weird. Okay. All right. So we've got our stuff boiling. And oh, this smells good. I'm telling you, we need to invent smell-o-vision. Ooh, this is hot.
I think mine probably smells close to what yours smells like, so I'm not that jealous this time.
Right? It's because we're both doing a main dish and both doing,
Tomato sauce with sausage, like it's smelling similar.
right? Ooh, that looks really good. This is a good recipe, Jody.
So I used to always make shepherd's pie with manwich, but when I made it for a meal in a jar, I actually like it better with this tomato sauce and all the extra spices and stuff. It's good.
Right? Okay, so we're actually going to turn that off. Put that in our pan. 8x8 pan. Spread that out. It's like sloppy Joe consistency. It's awesome. Okay.
And you can always do more or less or make it doubled, or if you want it to be more beefy instead of more saucy, like you can adjust everything. That's the beauty of
That is
fry.
right. We're gonna put that on the counter really quick, and then we've got one more actually. I forgot another pan.
She just appeared. Oh, she's back.
I'm everywhere. I am everywhere. Okay, so this is going to be for the mashed potatoes. I'm wondering if we should just go back to you and then come back to the mashed potatoes.
Sure.
Will that work? Okay. While my dog is barking.
What's broken?
While my dog is barking ridiculously.
Mine's actually being good right now. What the heck? Okay. On to the next fun stuff. So, Krista just showed you strawberries, and I actually have to do strawberries for my dessert pizza too. I'm not breaking them up. I'm gonna leave these so sometimes I use older cans, but I opened one of our newer cans, and these are like huge, delicious, big chunks of strawberries. They're so flavorful and fresh. So this is what I want on my dessert pizza because they're awesome. So I just put in a few handfuls in, and I'm gonna let it get hydrated. Again, we don't want to, this is not making pie filling, but we're making dessert topping. Pretty much the same thing as pie filling. So I liked her idea with the Ziploc bag, so I'm stealing it. So I'm gonna let these get nice and soft because I don't want crunchy strawberries on my pizza. It needs a little more. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit there till the last segment. They might even be ready by the time I'm done this. Okay. So we're gonna put together our cute pizzas now. I don't usually buy store-bought pizza crust. I'm not gonna lie. But this is so much easier than making pizza. Which side do you think goes up? Flat side? Maybe? Like that. I'm gonna go flat side. So I had barbecue chicken, and then we're gonna also make a tomato sauce. So I'm gonna squirt some barbecue. It's this spoon. And this is, again, you can individually do however you want. I like mine saucy. So we got a good amount of sauce. Now, what I could have done that would have probably been delicious is even kind of let my chicken and stuff hydrate in like a barbecue sauce kind of mix, but I didn't get that fancy. So I'm gonna drain drain my condiments for the pizza. I guess I should put the cheese on first. And I added too much water to my cheese, but it's okay because it doesn't matter. It's nice and hydrated. I'm sprinkling cheese on pizza and it will melt. I promise it will melt. Try not to get the extra water on there. Just spread it around. You can do as much or as little as you want. I probably should have done more cheese, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna take my condiments and get them as dry as you need. I could have strained them. I'm pouring a little water on here by accident. And if you ever go to like the fancy pizza, like mod pizza or whatever, sometimes they'll do like another drizzle of barbecue on top, or like ranch or something. And I'm just gonna do like one little causing a ruckus. So that looks delicious. So how fast and easy was that? I just made one pizza. Now I'm gonna make the second one. Oh, I poured this in my, gonna do my sauce in there. So I'm gonna make some tomato sauce. I'm not measuring right now. I'm just pouring some in, and then I'm gonna add water and stir it till it's like a pizza-y consistency, a saucy consistency. Because the cool thing about the tomato sauce is depending on how much water you use, it's just like tomato powder. So you could make like a tomato juice, you could make a spaghetti sauce, you could make a tomato paste, you could make like a thick chili sauce. So I didn't get it thick enough. So I just add a little more water. And again, whatever consistency you like your spaghetti sauce or pizza sauce is how much you want to do. So I squared it in my eye. I don't want it to be like a super thick sauce, even though some people might like their spaghetti sauce or pizza sauce that way. It's just like a nice, this is a good consistency. And then I'm gonna spread it. So if you are doing this with your kids, you can do a big batch of the sauce, or you could do the barbecue. You could do like a white sauce or a ranch. Sometimes on barbecue chicken, I'll sprinkle ranch at the end, chill. So that is my. We're gonna cheese it up. When Krista talks about how many meals we can make in such a short time, it really is kind of crazy. And we're also taking longer because we're explaining it and showing all the different steps and whatnot, but okay. We had more than I thought. I'm gonna put a little more on the other pizza because you can never have too much cheese on pizza, right? I have a couple cheesemongers. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the sausage toppings. So sausage, peppers, onions. If you wanted to add pepperoni, you could. We're just gonna slop it on here. My husband says he's still hungry, even though it's past dinner time, because he was watching me get all this stuff ready for this show. It's like, I think I'll find room in my belly for some pizza tonight. So there you go. 2 pizzas, and I heard my oven just go. So I'm gonna do one last thing real quick. So this is the pizza casserole. I'll show you. So this has cooked 20 minutes so far. And it's pretty thick. It's mostly all absorbed. Can you see it in my camera? Kind of. So all I'm gonna do is sprinkle that cheese that I had hydrating from this paper towel. I'm gonna sprinkle this on here and make it a delicious, cheesy pizza casserole. We just have so much pizza. I don't know. I'm supposed to be on a diet and this is what I'm making. So who needs diets anyways? At least I didn't make all the pie, right? So I'm gonna throw that back in the oven. I'm gonna throw the, oh, Zeke likes all the cheese I spilled. And then we'll come back. I guess I need to come back one more time and do the dessert. But are you ready to do yours?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So let's go back over to the stove because I got to do the topping for my shepherd's pie. I love MacGyvering stuff, right? It's awesome. Okay. So I got, we need another spoon. Okay. So I got my boiling water going and it's just about there. I said boiled anyway. And where do my potatoes go? Oh, here they are. Okay. So my potatoes, these are our mashed potatoes. They are not on sale, but they are amazing. Every person on the planet should have these in their kitchen because they're so yummy. There's also a little bit of salt, a little bit of instant milk that is on sale. And I put some butter powder in there too. So they should be really nice and creamy once we fluff them, right? So, and it's just like regular mashed potatoes, right? So we're going to boil the water and we're going to pour them in and we're going to have mashed potatoes and we're going to top our shepherd's pie and throw it in the oven. With one more step in there. So it is coming to a boil right about now. So, and we know we don't have to wait till it totally boils, till it's rocking, right? Here, do I play by the rules like ever? I do. I promise I do. I don't speed that bad. I can't even remember the last time I got a ticket. Knock on wood, because I'm driving Thursday. Yeah, so so we'll turn the heat off. We will give this a good stir. Just like regular mashed potatoes, except these actually taste better. All right. And in fact, it looks like it needs a little bit more milk. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water. Give it another stir. And it's got the milk powder in there, so I can just add water at this point, right? All right. I think it needs a little bit more. A little bit more. Another splash. We have yummy mashed potatoes. All right. So we're going to take you back over here. We've got our bottom base. I'm actually going to give it a little bit more water because I need it to spread a little bit, right? All right. I'm going to stir this in. There we go. That's the consistency I'm looking for. All right. Lop. Lop. And we're going to get a spatula that's right here. All right. And can anyone guess what goes next? What tops shepherd's pie? Yeah, yay! Cheese, please. Okay, so that's our last thing. And I wanted to talk about rehydrating cheese because I know Jody already did the mozzarella for the pizza. And this one calls for mozzarella or Monterey Jack. I had cheddar open. I know mozzarella's on sale, but I had cheddar open, so I just went ahead and did cheddar. And I rehydrated it earlier because
Cheddar goes better on shepherd's pie anyways.
right, it does. It fits well. So Yeah. So what I did to rehydrate it is I stuck what I needed, which was a cup of cheese, and I stuck it in a Ziploc container. And then I shook it, put out of my water and shook it, and then I let it just sit in the fridge. And then every it'll be done in about 30 minutes, but I had time. So it's been sitting since probably 3-ish my time. And so it's been sitting and I would go in and shake it a little bit more every time I went into the fridge, right? So, but I want to show you, I want to give you a close up of this. It looks like regular grated cheese because you know what? It is. It is regular grated cheese. And my studio audience is more than happy to come try it again. Actually, we're just going to pour on here. I'm going to use my fingers. They are clean, I promise, because we're going to just sprinkle this over. And this is when you get your cheese to melt, which you'll see when it gets done. You'll see, in fact, it's melting already. You can kind of see, can you see how it's melting, starting to melt? That's because of the heat of the potatoes. So once you rehydrate this cheese, people, it melts. It melts like regular cheddar. It's so amazing. And it's so yummy. Rory, does it taste like a Cheez-It? Yep. See? All right, now we're going to throw this in the oven. Here's a little bit down in there. I don't want to waste. All right. Even my dog is breathing hard. She's like, oh, cheese. I know there's cheese in the bread in the kitchen. All right, this is going in the oven for 15 minutes just to melt the cheese. And then back to you. Are you ready? Are you on? You're on mute.
I tried to say 1 second because I was getting tinfoil.
I can see very little. You're very little on my screen. It's
My pan was broke. So I tinfoil it.
no worries.
So all my pizzas are cooking. We're gonna make the last one, which is dessert pizza.
Yum, my favorite.
So again, you could make a homemade pizza crust, or the recipe that I saw, this is actually from Thrive recipe site. It was submitted by a consultant, and she had this awesome idea to make dessert pizzas using like naan, like naan. I don't know how you say it. It's like the yummy Indian flatbreads. So I'm gonna make one. There were lots of ideas for making different dessert pizzas. You could do like a pizza and cream, or peaches and cream. You could do like an apple streusel. So any kind of fruit that is on sale, you could make a delicious fruit pizza out of. But the one that I chose to make, number one, because strawberries are on sale, and number two, because Nutella is so delicious. I'm making a chocolate strawberry dessert pizza. So all you do is,
I'm so jealous.
your sauce is Nutella. So maybe your studio audience wishes they came to my house. That's okay, because you're doing chocolate next. So I'm giving a nice thick chocolatey layer, ooey gooey. And it does say to cook this, so we're gonna see how it does. Yummy. I want to lick my spoon, but I won't, because I'm on live TV. Just saying. I'm keeping it professional. Then I hydrated these strawberries. I could have maybe even done a little bit more, but it's hard to tell when they're dry. I'm just gonna sprinkle them all over. Now on her recipe, I used like a bunch of mixed berries, but I was like, I just love strawberries, and they're what's on sale. So we're just going strawberry. But I did find in my cupboard some vanilla yogurt bites, and I thought that would kind of be delicious on a fruit pizza. Do you think they'd be weird cooked? I'm just gonna have to not let it cook very long. I don't know. I don't know about cooking this. It's gonna be strange. That actually was the perfect amount of strawberries. I'm gonna sprinkle. The vanilla yogurt bites just really like melt in your mouth. They're so good. I don't know. I'm so excited they're back. My daughter heard that they were, and she was like, so I got some of that. Then it also calls for a little sprinkle of sea salt. So you got salty and sweet, this coarse sweet salt, and then some mint leaves. I'm getting all fancy. I don't know, guys. I don't usually cook with mint leaves, but we're going mint, strawberry, Nutella, dessert pizza. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be one of the most delicious things I've ever tasted in my life, but I guess we'll find out as soon as it's done. Okay. Little bit of mint. You don't want too much mint. Okay. There. That's it. So my stuff's done, but you just got to see it once it's done cooking. So is your stuff done all the way? Or can I come back and show my finished cooking at the end?
That sounds great.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this in the oven with the other stuff.
Okay. All right.
Well, my pizzas are done actually. Let me show you. What?
Okay. Yeah.
They could maybe use like 2 more minutes, but it's set to cook them at 450. So look at those awesome. Did I tell you the cheese would melt? The cheese totally melted. These are awesome. That was so easy. It sometimes makes you wonder why you cook homemade pizza dough, but it's because in an emergency, I would want to be able to cook pizza, but you can still make homemade pizza, and I can make it faster than I can go to the store and buy pizza. Like when you have to go pick it up, it takes forever. So those look awesome. I know that there are going to be some happy children in this house pretty soon here. Okay, go ahead.
Well, first off, my live studio audience says that we need to do a field trip to Pennsylvania. I don't know if this is worth it. I'm going to lose my studio
Tell
audience.
them to come in September.
They're more than welcome. I will tell them no.
Cooking live in September at the Philadelphia Thrive event.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
I know we got a couple PA people on. Mary, you can join us in Philly. We'll do this live.
Yep, let's do it. Okay, so my last recipe is chocolate pie made with our instant milk. So a lot of people don't realize that you can do this, right? So it does not, our instant milk does not whip into like Cool Whip or whipped cream because it doesn't have that fat in it. But it makes a divine pie. So let me show you how easy this is because this was crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh, this takes 5 minutes. If you want a pie in 5 minutes, this is a great recipe. Okay, got my little mixer here going on, and it is going to be 2.5 cups of cold. I've already reconstituted this because you need it cold. You need cold milk for this, and so it needed to sit in my fridge for a while. So we're going to do, look, it looks like regular milk. It's not like blue, like skim milk, right? It is, and then the recipe calls for half and half. So I actually doubled up on the milk powder, on the instant milk to be in this recipe. And then it's 2.5 cups. So we're gonna, I think I did exactly 2.5 cups, just about. Yep. All right. So we're doing that. And then, and I totally cheated on this one, just so you know. Okay. Chocolate already made crust, right? Because we're doing oh, y'all are funny. And then we are going to turn this on and I'm going to add my pudding. This is 2 boxes of instant Jello pudding. Okay. Which if you're a good prepper, you probably have pudding in your food storage. So I could totally make this if we are having to rely on our food storage. It's live TV, people. Live TV. Yes, I jumped just the package in my pie. That's hilarious. Still a little bit in there. All right. Right. All right. So it calls for 2 packages. I'll try and hang on to this one. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. If you've made instant pudding before, you know this doesn't take very long. Right? But you do want to beat it until it's thickened. I didn't dump that one in. All right, yay. We're going to turn that up a bit. for just a couple of seconds here. Scrape the sides. Oops. Oops. What did I do? There we go. Didn't wait for it. I'm so impatient. Okay, scrape the sides. Get all that yummy pudding powder on the side. This is so easy to do. I'm telling you, you guys are gonna freak out when you see how easy this pie comes together. All right, we're almost done. All right. Pudding consistency. Shake off the beater. Rory, you want to come like that? I knew it. Okay, so now we're going to take half of this and put it in our pie crust.
Krista, was it a family size pudding or smaller?
It's the small ones.
Little like
I
3-ounce
would say it's
ones?
right, a 3.9, but the family size is 5.1. So it's definitely smaller. So you want to get the two small
Two
ones.
small ones.
Okay. Yep. So good question, because I questioned that myself when I read the recipe. And I'm like, oh, I can just buy the family size. No. Okay, we're gonna spread this out. Can you see that? No, you can't see that very well. There we go.
Oh, yum.
All right, so bottom layer goes in the bottom. I think that's about half. I'm gonna put a little bit more in here. Okay. Next, we're gonna add the Cool Whip to the rest of this. We're
I
gonna fold.
I
What?
bought a can of, it's called Spiffy Whip. It's supposed to be like whips, it will whip into whip topping in an emergency, but I've never tried it because I
I
didn't
have.
want to risk it.
It is good. I have tried that.
So you still could have,
I haven't seen it for a very long time.
yeah, I feel like I got it from like Emergency Essentials a long time ago.
Probably. All right.
Mm.
Fold together.
Now I need to have my field trip to Arizona and eat that pie.
I know. It gets even better. It goes in the freezer. All right.
Could you substitute with real whipped cream? Probably.
Probably. Yeah, absolutely. Because you're just trying to make a softer chocolate, right? So you've got
Like
the
a
chocolate
mousse.
chip on the bottom layer and then a softer
You could almost
white.
even do like cream cheese and like let it warm and then whip it.
Yes. All right. That's looking good, huh? All right.
Yes. Oh, you got like the dark layer and then you got the,
Yep.
oh man, that looks so good.
I
I want dessert. Okay,
want your dessert pizza.
gotta check on it. It's probably burning. And I forgot to put almonds, but I added them. Okay, mine's done. That looks good. You can't even tell it's cooked, but it's all warm and gooey. Dessert pizza.
Oh, yum.
That smells delicious. The yogurt bites got a little browned, but they almost look like toasty marshmallows. We're gonna have to do a taste test here. I'm gonna call the children up after the show. See, I guess I could have a live audience just with my kids.
Uh-huh, you could. Absolutely.
I just never know what they would say on live TV, so I don't trust them.
Probably a wise choice.
Shelf stable whipping cream from Trader Joe's. Okay, Tina, if you try it, let us know. Cans of coconut whipping cream too.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's this. It is going in the freezer for at least 2 to 3 hours to set, and then you can serve after that. Okay.
So do you think you could eat it without freezing it? Because I would just eat it like pudding like that.
You could, but it's going to be a little runny.
Like gooey, little gooey.
Yep. And so here we are, 2 to 3 hours later. Dun, dun, dun,
Mm.
dun.
Dessert pizza with bananas would be good, like banana and Nutella with like a drizzle of honey. Mm.
All right. So this is how we're going to finish this. I probably should just cut a piece. Let me do that really quick.
Krista always styles them so yummy, so pretty. And I just do mine like, bleh.
See, there we go.
See, we're like a professional cooking show because we're like, look, this is the finished one, like how they always do on TV.
Look, that whole pie came out of the crust. Let's see.
Can you mail me one of those pies?
I will drone it to you. How's that?
Okay, I'll just have to use your recipe and make it.
Right? It's so easy. I mean, that
Yeah.
came together in literally 5 minutes.
It's true.
Oops. This is where I'm bad. I don't know how to cut pies very well. There we go. There's that one. There we go. Can you give me a plate, Rory? Do you mind? Actually, a white plate off out of the cupboard behind me on this side.
That's fancy. So it's got like a fudgy layer on the bottom.
That's the regular pudding.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do that.
Pie on the top. Mm.
Little chocolate chip.
Okay. That's amazing. I love it. It's
Okay.
beautiful.
Awesome.
That one is a winner.
Cool. That's a winner. All right. Do you want to finish off yours and then I'll finish off mine too?
Mine are pretty much done. I'll just show the final results. I'm going to walk you guys closer. So here are the pizzas. On that barbecue chicken one, I would definitely eat it with ranch because I love barbecue chicken and ranch. You could also do sprinkle green onions on top. That would be yummy. And then there's the sausage and green peppers. Everything's melty and delicious. We've got, sorry, my big face, the pizza casserole. Everything melted just fine. And then my delicious dessert pizza. I just haven't tasted any of it yet, but they're going to be so good. And if you wanted to get any of these things off the monthly specials, so to get the sale prices, you have to order it through the delivery service, which is an auto ship, but it's like the least hard auto ship ever. Like you can pause, you can cancel, you can order different things every month. It just basically sets you up an account, which gives you free shipping if orders are over $99, and it gives you access to the monthly specials. So whoever invited you to the demo, whether it was Krista or me or one of our team members, it is open to everybody. So contact whoever invited you and you can order through them, and you can get all the ingredients to make all this stuff. And like we talk about emergencies, but we also eat it every day. And so I think that's the beauty of Thrive, is that you can have regular food in your food storage. And the fact that we practice and cook with it all the time, we're confident in our ability to be able to cook in an emergency. My dog wants water. He's whining. Don't you whine, puppy. So yeah, I usually recommend like buying a small can to try. You've seen us opening up small cans, big cans, whatever. So I usually, if it's something new, I'll get a small can and start learning to cook with it. And then once I like it, I store it in bigger cans. So that helps it last longer. You don't have to do all or nothing with Thrive. You could make shepherd's pie and just put regular shredded cheese on it if you think your food storage cheese is too expensive. But every now and then, try it. Like, look, her cheese, it melted. And actually, our freeze-dried cheese is a little bit, it's almost like cheese curdy, like it's kind of chewy, cheesy when it melts. I don't know. It's really good. It's really good. It makes me want to eat that shepherd's pie right now. So, yeah, get with us so we can help you learn how to get on a delivery, order these yummy foods, and if you want to cook, do your own live cooking demo, we can help you with that too.
Okay, so here's my shepherd's pie, right? I figured you were done, right?
I'm done. I was just chatting while you were pulling up your stuff. Look at that. It's like real shepherd's pie. Like I think that sometimes that still surprises me when the food turns out like normal regular food.
Right? It's crazy,
Surprises my kids a lot of the time too. They're like, "What? This is actually good."
right? Okay, and then I'm gonna finish the strawberry pie really quick.
Okay.
Let me move this. I don't want hot next to my cold. Okay. Strawberry pie. We'll say that this came to room temperature. This is your filling. So now we're going to take our strawberries. You can see that, right? Okay, good. And we're just gonna toss these in or pour those in however you want. And so this strawberry pie traditionally has like a regular crust that you're more than welcome to bake on your own. My daughter-in-law is like a master at that, so I leave the pie crust baking to her. Me, I tried today. I actually came up with a really good idea. I used Biscoff cookies and made a pie crust.
Um,
So,
Also, can we talk about how delicious that strawberry filling looks?
yeah, right. Right. So this
That
is
looks
basically all you do to make these pies. This is very, very easy, but you can see, look, there's a whole a slice, but it's a huge slice. That's amazing in there. So we're just going to throw this in here. And then again, this goes in the fridge for 2 to 3, probably 3 hours. I think. I can't remember what it said.
Oh, that looks good.
So the biscotti
You can
crust
even
is,
put that on top of like angel food cake and not even have to let it be solidified.
well, it does gel up, right? So yeah, it does make like a
The gel.
jelly, typical strawberry pie, right?
Mhm.
But we are going to pretty, huh?
A pretzel crust would be good, or chocolate. Yeah, that chocolate cookie crust would be good too. All of it. Chocolate and strawberry is so good together. You just can't go wrong.
Voila, it's 3 hours later.
What magic?
Magic. All right, I stuck little toothpicks in there because I didn't want my saran wrap. And it is solid. It is solid. So let me cut
Oh,
through this one really quick.
brownie mix. Yeah, a layer of brownie in the bottom as a crust. That would be good.
You can still see this, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
Is it actually like hard, like gel?
it is. See,
What? Oh yeah,
it's,
it's
yeah,
solid.
it's solid. It's a good solid. So the biscotti crust, I had a question about that. I took just regular biscotti cookies. Oh, I probably need to soak this, like, because I took biscotti cookies, threw them in my blender, made them crumbly. It was like 32 cookies, which is like a sleeve of them, and then did like 8 tablespoons of butter, and that's all I did to make the crust, and then put it in my little pan. So let's see if this is gonna work or not. All right. Oh my gosh. I think this is gonna work, people.
Oh my gosh, your pies didn't even fail. I feel like my pies always fail. Like when I get them out, they go goopy or something.
Look at that. That looks great.
Mm. Strawberry Jello pie. I love it.
Great summer. This one probably could be frozen too, I bet. And a good hard summer treat, right?
Everybody wants to come to Arizona now.
Okay. No, you don't.
117 degrees.
No.
We'll join you there. Awesome.
And my is on fire, literally. So, okay, well, that is my
Trust,
3.
Yep, sum it up. Show us the picture of all three with your camera. Let me see.
So we've got oh, the chocolate pie is almost gone. Sorry.
Oh, they're already eating. It's all good. Take a picture first.
Oh, I will take pictures, don't worry. And then I've got the shepherd's pie
Yeah.
and I've got the chocolate pie.
It just
But
it got eaten. I'm jealous. There it is. Oh yeah, baby. That looks so
so
good.
my neighbor.
Perfect. All right, everybody.
Hey,
Thanks for joining us. We'll send you the replay.
wait,
Oh,
wait, wait.
what? What?
One more thing, because I got to bring it all full circle, right? Because we got to finish off the pie.
Okay, sorry.
Because you can't do strawberries without whipped cream, right?
Yeah.
Right. And then where did my strawberry dust go?
Oh yeah, the powder. She powdered it in the beginning.
Oh yes. Yes. Strawberry dust.
She's like a food stylist. I just leave mine on the pan. Boring.
It's all good. Oh, that's cute though. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna put it on the plate too and take a picture. Ding, 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 ding. Do a little Chef Todd dance.
Can't see it because your camera's not turned up low enough. So show it, show it, show it. Oh yeah. There we go.
How does
Fancy,
that
beautiful.
look?
All right. Thanks for being in our live studio audience. Thanks for being on
Yeah.
live on Zoom, everybody. Same bat time, same bat channel next month in August, the second Tuesday of the month. We'll see what we can think up to cook next time, but go try these. If you have this in your basement already, open your cans, guys. Open them and try them. They make delicious food. If you don't have it, then you know where to buy it. We will help you out. So give us a whirl, shoot us an email, a text, whatever. And then from now on, you'll always be invited to the next one. So we try to send out emails and text to everyone who came to the previous ones, so that you can always know when the next ones are going to be. So if anyone has any questions, you can unmute or chat them in the chat. But I know we kept you long. Sorry, it was just so many good things to make and they take a while, but looked like you guys were enjoying it. So we will see you next time.
Take care, everyone.
Stay cool. All right, I'm going to sign off and stop recording. Thank you. Nice comments. Thank you, guys. That was
Yeah.
fun. That was
Thank
good. And we love your comments too. When you guys are live and chatting it up with us, like it makes it's more fun for us. And I think everyone learns more. So
Absolutely.
yeah, thanks for being on live. We'll catch you next month.
Bye.